AIDA. Uh, this pyramid is well known by all sales guys, in their career, throughout. Awareness, interest, desire, action. So you have done all the things in the book, right? You in the past workshop, in the first part of the workshop, we have created the marketing mix. We have reached out to the right guys. So this is where it comes from. So now, let us assume, I'm giving a scenario that miracle cure from Himalayas, it has reached out to 5,000 people out there. So they are aware. So people now, over the Nukkad, over in the parks, over in the buildings are discussing, hey, you know what, there's this thing. Okay. Some people are non-believers, right? They say, no, no, we will just go by, what is there by prescribed by WHO, and let the countries come out with the vaccines. Out of those 5,000 people who are aware, made aware, by marketing, the interest is generated. There is an interest from maybe 20% people, maybe 1,000 people, decide and say, okay, we are interested to know further about this. So then they go to that website of the company, or they probably call up and take more information. What are the ingredients? Is there any side effect? Is there any track record for this? What if someone falls ill? And out of that again, so as you see, the pyramid is sort of reducing, right? So from the interested cases, actually there is a further drop down of people who are interested at a further level. After the first level of evaluation, they more or less decide, chalo, we will give this a shot. It's an alternative cure, we'll give this a shot, whether this works or not. And from that, finally, the blue bottom of the pyramid, the action. These are the guys who actually close. So in reality, in real life, this is what happens, guys. So you start with a larger. So these are practical things I'm telling you. So you start with the whole universe, then you condense it down to people whom you can reach with your limited means. Once they are made aware, if they are the right segment, there will be an interested set of people. From that, there will be people who will decide to action it. From that, final sales will always be a drop down to, even for people, even if 100 people have decided to buy it at the point of sale, at the point of transaction, their mind may change. Some other, they may forget to buy, or some other, kind of, product may come instead. So that's that. So this is the AIDA pyramid, which is important. Just to mention here now, these are areas which I want to touch upon. Very, very interesting. Very, very important, more than interesting. Please understand. So I don't have a whiteboard here, Harsh and Siddhant, but see, please understand. So, if there is another larger extension, extrapolation of this pyramid, even before awareness, there's a larger target segment, right? Where, a lot of people are being targeted, and from that, the awareness funnel is built. And so at every stage, there are losses. So at the time of creating, the awareness per se, from the aware people, from A to I, there are losses. So of course, genuinely people are aware, and then they lose interest. Lot of times from aware people, they want to reach out to the company, get more information from the company sales teams or pre-sales teams. There is a slippage. So it's very important to tighten this pyramid. See, naturally, there will be a set of customers. From 100 people who inquire, probably last 20 people will buy. But you have to ensure that, from 100, that's the 20 who buys. It shouldn't happen that from 100, only 50 are not followed up. So then it's a ratio of 50. So from 100 to 20, so 100 to 20, you will end up with 100 to 5. And then you will blame everything. You will say, marketing doesn't work. This is not generating ROI. But basically, your processes are not tight enough. So this AIDA model, actually, this sits between marketing and sales. We call it pre-sales also in a lot of connotation. This is very, very important to tighten the funnel, as they say, and which will eventually determine your cost of marketing, cost of sales, how much you can sort of scale up or not. Yeah. So this action, so I'm reaching the point of sale. Now again, each of these can be and of course, this, from this desire to action, or from I to D itself, I can spend 2 days on a workshop on this, on how this can be done. Just to give some tips here, quick tips for all the people who are non-sales, non-marketing guys. Uh, everyone in the team, from the found. See, I hear this from a lot of people that we never wanted to do sales. We excel in whatever we do, we love it, but we don't like this, hankering to people, and sort of following up. I don't like this. It's not in my persona. Whatever I do, I won't be able to do sales. Sales is so fundamental, even more than marketing. And I'm saying with all my conscience and all my clear logic. This is just basis my experience. For once, you can maybe decide to pause on to marketing in terms of going out to the entire world, but you need organic revenue. You need sales to sustain. Unless you're a research organization which is funded by some investor or some government body saying, okay, you have 10 years to do your research and to come out with something which will be a world changing thing. Unless your business is creating patents or research, you should not. So sales has to be a DNA in your company by nature. See, there's nothing called by nature sales or non-sales. But in case you feel that intrinsically you don't want to do sales, please get someone on board, some senior guy, some partner who understands sales and who can be the driving engine. This will need to be a fundamental DNA of your organization from top down. They all need to be selling at every point of time. So that's that. And maybe any other. So again, in sales, there's a different model for B2C sales, there's a different model for B2B sales. I think there is a limitation of time. I'm just seeing it. We are already I think we will fall short of time. So any of you can reach me at any point. This is my favorite. We personally, professionally, sales is very close to my heart. So any of you, for any business, you can reach out to me, and I would love to sort of give you any inputs if it can be of any use for this.